What's up, everybody? Well, just want to do a quick video here. We're going to be doing the rear diff fluid change. I'm not proud of it, but I've actually never changed it on this car. So, yeah, I'm sure it's going to be pretty disgusting. So, anyways, going to be using just Motul oil. That's actually going to be for the trans. We'll do that in another video, hopefully here. But it should be pretty straightforward. I think it's either a 22 or a 24 for the rear filler plug where the sensor is. I've been reading a ton about it. Apparently they're pretty easy to break, so I'll try to be very careful with that. Got the fluid transfer pump. Should make it a little bit easier. Obviously the drain plugs, so some gloves here. So yeah, let's get started. All right, just wanted to show you guys real quick. STIs have the fancy rear diff temp sensor, which is right there. Boop, boop, boop. So make sure you unplug that. This is a 2014 STI. For me, it was just literally pressing this thing down. Pretty straightforward. Pop that out. I also undid what appears to be like a ground up here. So I just undid both. There's the connector right up there where it plugs into. So I just undid both, excuse me. Get it out of the way. Now, here is where, do I have the flashlight here? You can get in a bit of trouble. Apparently the temperature, let's see if I can zoom you guys in here. That temperature sensor on the rear of the diff is really easy to break. I don't know why Subaru did this, but apparently there's I don't know if it's like a 17 millimeter on the actual sensor itself. And then if you can kind of see, it goes into a 22 that's larger. That's the actual like fitting on the diff. What I'm gonna do is just try to get a 22 millimeter deep socket, just to basically cover the entire housing, the entire sensor, and just pull the whole thing out all at once. Hopefully I don't have to mess with the sensor too much, so that's what I wanna do. This bottom one, let me double check, should be a 17. Yes, sir. There it is. And let's check the top one. Also, if I did that correctly, this is a 22 millimeter socket. Come on. This is hard to do with one hand. Making sure you guys can see here. Hold on. Let's move the harness out of the way. And looks like, kind of hard to see there, but it is a 22 indeed. That should do it. So let me break that one loose. Pro tip, because I've done this in high school, always undo the fill plug first. The last thing you want to do is drain your diff and then realize you can't get the top one off. So again, always undo the top one. If that's good to go, then go ahead and do the bottom. So let me break that loose real quick. Give me a sec. All right, so again, 22 millimeter. I went ahead and cracked it loose here. Actually, I don't need this because it's already loose. Again, just be very careful with that temperature sensor. Again, 22. Get your oil pan or oil pan drain thingy ready, just in case. I doubt anything should come out of the top, but if it does, whatever. And again, 22 millimeter. Ooh, there's the washer with it. Beautiful. And again, you see the step, right? Let's see, are you guys in focus? Yes, we are. 22 millimeter. I think the sensor itself is a different size. Do not take off the sensor. Just remove the entire thing. Trust me, it'll save you a lot of money. I think that sensor is somewhere like, I've heard anywhere from like $100 to $200. So save yourself some time and a headache, some money. Just do the entire thing. So again, filler's out. Let's go ahead and crack this one loose, which actually I haven't done yet. I'll do it right now. Let's see. Also, the top one wasn't really that hard to take off. So keep that in mind. I'll double check the torque specs. But your boy has been going to the gym, so maybe that's it. I don't know. Again, not a ton of force. Broke it loose. Let's see, let's see how gnarly it comes out. So hopefully it's not too bad, but just don't want to make a mess and get all over the camera. There you go. Does look kind of not great. I've seen worse, but I've also seen better. It is a magnetic drain plug, so that's kind of cool. So there will be some crap on it. Make sure you clean that off before you put it back in, but let's just let that sit for a minute. Let that sit for a minute. Words are hard. And we'll come back and top it off here. All right, so there it is. There's the drain plug. I went ahead and cleaned it up a little bit there for you guys. Actually, it wasn't too bad. I've done the transmission before. That one was honestly way worse. There was way more buildup. But this one's not bad at all. So there it is, just cleaned up, ready to go back in. Again, using Motul fluids. Motul? I'm not sure how to say it. I think it's Italian or French. Whatever. Yeah, it's French. Again, good fluid. I use it for the oil change. That's literally all this engine has seen ever since we went with the closed deck, so good stuff. Also make your life a little bit easier here. Get a transfer fluid pump. I think it's gonna make it way easier. I mean, you could try to kind of get this up above the diff if you want. I don't know if people have had like good luck doing that, but I'm just gonna use the pump. It's gonna be way easier. And yeah, the diff is still peeing a little bit. So we'll wait for that to fully drain, drain as much as we can. And yeah, we'll plug this thing back up and we'll get her filled up. Also, one last thing, I did want to show you guys this again. The fill plug, the temp sensor. Let's see if you guys can kind of see it. Yeah, you're good. 22 millimeter. Let me double check this here. That's the right side. I want to say the sensor itself is probably a 19. I don't have it because I was using it for the lugs. Don't take it off. Just take off the entire thing. Again, it'll save you a headache and some money. Just take off the whole thing. Call it a day. Don't even mess with it. It's pretty flimsy. I want to say in the newer STIs, this is actually just all one thing. It's not two different pieces like this one is. So yeah, I don't know what Subaru was thinking with this, especially making it that flimsy, at least from everything I've heard. So again, just do the 22. No issues. You're good to go. All right. So everything's set up. Again, we're going to be using the pump coming out of here. I'm going to be pumping it manually. Also, you don't need to undo your exhaust. There's enough space back here. If you've got the factory exhaust, that might be a different story. So just a heads up there. But again, we're just going to be pumping it. Obviously, this one's closed now. Through the filler plug. We're going to be pumping it until we start seeing it drip out of the top here. Obviously this was done on purpose, but I like that there's a little slot here. That way you don't make too much of a mess there. So let's start doing it. Hopefully this pump works. Actually, first time I've used it, so if it works, I'll do the transmission next. Ooh, she's thick. Jeez, how much line did I put in there? Let's try that right there. God, this stuff is like sex lube, dude. There we go. gotta be getting close. I don't see it coming out yet. All right, keep you guys posted. Hang on. All right, well, had to open up a second one, and I spilled half of it, so this is going great, dude. But we should get this thing to bleed here pretty soon. Come on. God, this stuff stinks too. Oh, I think I'm there because I can see it right now. Eye level. There it goes. Can you guys see that? No, you can't. It's dripping though. It's coming out. There it is. So, that is full now. So I'm going to go ahead and take all this off, get the temp sensor back in, and we should be good to go. Alright, so there it is. It's filled. This is just hand tight. Actually, they both are, so we'll torque them down here in just a sec. Gonna clean the diff here a little bit. It got pretty gross, but that's pretty much it. Again, just be careful with that top sensor. Don't destroy it. And yeah, just fill it up with a pump. I feel like it made life way easier if you don't pull an Aussie and spill half of a liter of very expensive stuff right here. So just be careful. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys.